Hello, Collective. Welcome into your reading today. There is something about today, which is June 30th, which is this right in the middle of this strawberry full moon. Maybe that's why these downloads seem to be just like bam, bam, bam. All I can see is the Ace of Swords card in my mind's eye. The feeling is, man, Spirit just keeps dropping gems, one right after another. And this is a third reading. I was 30 when I said that. So there's probably some, well, definitely. It was 8:33 when I sat down here. Yes. So Spirit is attempting to reach the collective with a series of messages that will help them navigate this space in your life now. 100-101. Yes, for this new beginning. Now, I went to put some cards away and realized these two cards got put in a deck that didn't belong. And it's the Five of Swords and the Two of Swords. What I'm getting for this message is that sometimes it's really hard to see something even when it's right in front of your face. Like plain as day, it's right there. And it could be because we're blocked by something in our own head. Maybe our own view, our own perspective. And because I kept feeling like if you could just step into the other person's shoes and feel, not think, feel what they're going through, what they must have went through when XYZ happened, what they must have went through as a child, what makes them act in a certain way. Because I feel like there's a perspective that don't shoot the messenger. But what I'm being guided to is all of us collectively to take a look at how we judge others. And that all stems from our own set of circumstances of how we grew up, what we learned, what we believe. And with this 33, it's the 8 is about the self. 33 is about the collective and spirit and mastering something. So there's something here about how can we accept and understand that our feelings and our beliefs are valid? Absolutely. 100%. And when you go through things that's difficult choices, can we approach this doorway, this new perspective, and for 1 moment, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, let all of our emotions go, our thoughts and our beliefs. And can we just step into their shoes for 1 second? Just put everything aside and say, I wonder how they must have felt when whatever situation you're thinking of. And just sit with that. Ask your angels, 444 on the timer. Because what they're saying is how you feel is valid. And so is theirs. There's something about my truth, their truth, and the truth. There's something here. Maybe pyramids could be significant, but it's like the goal. I'm seeing this as peace, a peace offering. Sometimes we just agree to disagree. Sometimes we can step into that for just a moment and say, how could I find a different perspective on this just long enough to bring peace to the situation? I know this kind of sounds challenging. And this is not about shame. This is not about guilt. This is not any of that. This is how can I, as an individual, stop for one moment to truly, for the sole purpose of seeing someone else's perspective. It does not mean you have to change your mind. Doesn't mean that at all. You could. It might be something that is like flips a switch. It also might be that if you do that, it might bring clarity to you about a completely different thing of your life. I'm brought back to the collective, the All Signs reading. In the very beginning of that first like 23 minutes or 30 minutes of it, whatever, was a collective message and channeled message. And it was basically leading to how can, for a moment, we come together in unity. Tap into humanity. Help others. There's something here because I've had 3 times in 3 days. It was 8:03 on the timer when I said that people have just having a random conversation. People have shared with me a perspective about me or, like, oh, remember that time kind of thing. And all 3 of these people have told me how something I did or said either inspired them, lifted them up, helped them through a situation they were going through. It sparked hope. That's bottom line. It sparked hope. And I never saw this. The reason I never saw this is because I was in my own emotion. Because the things that were brought up to me, at least 2 of them, were times in my life that there was much sadness around it. It brought up a lot of guilt, a lot of shame, sadness, regret. And what I realized is this retrograde, for me anyway, it's taking me back to those moments where I still held an emotion tied to that point in time in my life, and they had no idea. They didn't know this. And they just said, my gosh, like that was so inspiring. It was a total glow up. You helped me cope through a situation and find hope. And I was like, wow. I was so in my own feels. Is this card still here? No. What I was seeing in my mind's eye is the Four Cups. I was so in my emotions of fear, shame, guilt, whatever it was for that particular situation. I had no clue that it inspired someone else. 1111. And I feel, for me anyway, and possibly for the whole collective, that this is a time that where we can revisit something from our past and we're going to learn a new perspective from it. Because I was blown away. I did not see this coming. I did not see this coming. Sometimes we can be so close to the situation we can't see what's right in front of our face. And it's not till we back out that we can understand it. And other times we're so far away that, what's this card? What's the details of this card? Hard to see. Didn't see it. Didn't even realize it was a block. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like when you're in the midst of the situation, it's really challenging because it's right in front of your face and you have all the emotions. And then after all this time has passed and something's way back here, you didn't quite see all the details. I don't know where Spirit's going with this message, but to say that, can we from one moment find compassion in someone else's shoes? Something, a part of our life of the past where we're still holding these emotions, and can we go back and see, is there anything I missed about that situation? And one way to do that is stepping in someone else's shoes. Yes, thank you. So what do we need to know about this? Why is this all coming up? What do you want the collective to know when they go back there to revisit? Sorry, hold on. I have to shuffle this. When they go back there, that's significant. What does this mean? Hold on. You got to mix it up. You got to mix it up. You got to go in with a different attitude, different mindset, different heart space. What do you want the collective to know when they go back in time, when they're going through this challenges? And so this is, you might be feeling nostalgic or seeing old pictures of someone or yourself or what have you, and your heart just opens wide up. Or not even old pictures, but just, I don't know, connecting with human nature and your heart feeling so open. What do you want the collective to know about that? What is it you want them to see when they revisit these spaces of their mind and time? Ace of Swords. My mind is clear and focused. I speak my truth, achieving my goals with integrity. Self-expression. It is very important to express yourself in your truth. So if there's a perspective we haven't seen, is it a perspective of full, most authentic truth? It's a question I'm thinking of. What else? When they go back, revisiting something so you can speak your truth. Okay, thank you. So in these times, if you were so tapped into your emotions of guilt, shame, hurt, fear, whatever the wounds are, you get to revisit this space. And even if only to yourself, say what you needed to say. Let it out. Speak it out loud. 16:16 on the timer. 7:7. Interesting, because 5 and 2 is 7. It feels like by revisiting these old spaces where there's old pain still held, because you've gotten far enough away from it, you can see it without the emotion that you had in the moment that you did. You can integrate it. The 2 and the 5, you can integrate it and create the 7, which is your truth in the here and now. 1703. This is how integration works. Okay. What else? Anything else you want the collective to know? 4 of Wands. Celebration. Unions. A stronger foundation. My gosh. The red door and the red. When you do this, you are creating a stronger foundation within you. Wow. I gratefully celebrate my accomplishments, building a warm and joyful life. Look how far you've come from that moment in time. Look how flippin' far you've come. That feels good. The Empress. I create with love, nurture generously, and thrive in abundance. Where did we start out? 8:33 p.m. You're strengthening your core beliefs, the foundation of your core beliefs. Judgment. I answer the call of my spirit, release the past, and step into this bright new chapter. Guys, this is such a beautiful time, and it might be challenging, all at the same time. This and that are true. There's things we're waking up to that we may not like. There's things we're waking up to that we did not know. We didn't see it. We need a new perspective. There's things we're waking up to in the collective. I can't. 2 cups underneath that. You are aligning with this new start. And as challenging as this could feel for you, because we're doing full moon in Cancer, Capricorn energy, You're going to drive. This is deep diving, guys. This message may resonate for those who deep dive into things, because Capricorn, they're not going to tippy toe around. Not happening. Especially when they're headed towards the North Node, their purpose. I'm telling you what, this is a very, very beautiful time to be here and now on this earth. You're very privileged. And I think a lot of us don't realize that. And the divine wants you to know it's what you came here to be here right now. And if you don't feel that, maybe it's not your message. And that's okay. I mean, these are your messages. You resonate or not. Whether you resonate with it or not, it has no, what do I want to say? Personal effect on me. Collectively as a whole, I take it very seriously. 2112. I am here to serve, and I feel like by serving and expressing, it's for the purpose of someone to become enlightened. So not everybody's going to resonate with every message. And that's okay. So if it doesn't, it doesn't. But it's a beautiful, powerful time to be on earth right now. These are such pretty cards. Okay, collective. I wish you all a beautiful, beautiful rest of your week. Go out there and lead with love, and I will talk to you next time. Bye now.